So in 2017, a former colleague here at Fifth Avenue Presbyterian had the light bulb moment of saying, what do we do, or what can we do if all three churches work together to serve the homeless at a greater depth and breadth? St. Patrick's Cathedral, St. Thomas, and Fifth Avenue Presbyterian. These are three churches that have unique and storied histories, but come together as opposed to doing it separately.
When it comes to social outreach, we all want the same thing. When you see religious people going beyond their differences and working together on what is essential to the gospel, this really speaks to people.
To me, it's really a model of church and being church, taking what we hear from the pulpit and bringing it outside in direct service contact to those on the margins. The big thing I would say to people, it's a partnership of welcome. And that really became the inspiration for EOP. So our EOP team consists of a social worker, case manager, and our program director. We work with individuals who are primarily homeless or vulnerable. Maybe it's because of status, food insecurity, housing insecurity, whatever it is. But more so, be the face of Christian hospitality to them.
It's so clear how Jesus talks about in the Gospels, we're here to serve and not be served, and just to help those who are most in need. I mean, we live in a city that we have a lot of people in need.
What inspired me about the model here at the Ecumenical Outreach Partnership is the fact that you have this core of social workers, and this becomes a core around which the volunteers can give what they can give.
On the sandwich lines, during the warmly wrapped coat drive, our volunteers have gotten some powerful experiences of just being able to give of themselves and knowing that they made a difference that day.
When guests tell you, this is the highlight of my week, I've been looking forward to coming here. When you realize it's not transactional, but they come there because there is some joy.
Today the program continues in that trifold partnership with each church having representation, and the program has evolved to include Neighbor to Neighbor at St. Thomas, the Community Engagement Program at Fifth Avenue Presbyterian, as well as a Place at the Table. A Place at the Table is our meal ministry, and how our guests understand that is really, it's come here, get a warm meal, be greeted with hospitality, friendly smile.
There is nothing too small when it comes to generosity, when it comes to volunteering. Jesus uses the example of giving just a glass of water. So even just giving a glass of water to someone makes a difference. Because we don't know the ripple effects of that little gesture. So we have just to trust that anything we can do, however, every tiny little act of care makes a difference.
We've worked really hard to make the program human, to learn everybody's name, to dignify people with touch or common questions. So I can say from my perspective, I know most of our guests' names, I know something unique about them, I know their sports teams, and you'd be surprised how quickly a warm smile or a hot meal can transform that relationship and build trust.
It's so important to be that bridge builder, and I think this is a great opportunity to work together and to get to know each other and help build those bridges.
I think the greater vision is to continue to avail social services in New York City to the greatest amount of people. A Place at the Table is a ministry of good because it's not just the church anymore. We have the business community, the hospitality community. This wouldn't have happened without the visible presence of being on the corner of 5th and 55th. You know, we're well aware that there's a changing landscape with national, local, city budgets. And I think for a church and a partnership representing three major churches to be doing this work is not only holy, but it's a visible reminder to lean towards justice.